It's 6.
Guys, we're live.
You live right now?
We are live.
He's got it live in the stew.
We're going.
Twin Lakes, Wisconsin. Back again. Not going to give out my address today. But what's going on, guys? Episode 35 here of D-Talks. And I've got my man, Rory, hanging out with us tonight. How you doing, man?
I'm great.
I'm glad to have you, dude. We just, officially met, about a month ago-ish?
Pretty much, yeah.
And I've been enjoying it, man. I've been enjoying your company. You're a funny guy.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
We were talking off air for a minute that I want people to get to know you a little bit. And one of the stories that I've come to know in the past week or so is your adventures at the Sugar Shack in Lake Geneva. Just a couple weeks ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you take us through that story?
All right, so me, Jaron, and Denver, we go to the Sugar Shack. We impulsed it pretty much. We're gonna go to the bar, and then we're like, we'll go to the Sugar Shack. So they each get $100. I get $200, and this is my first time ever at a strip club.
Oh shit! On what day of the week, mind you?
Wednesday.
A fucking Wednesday, man.
We got there 8:30 or so. And Hogan. I don't know if you know.
I don't know.
So we're there. Then $20 a lap dance. I have $200. You know, get a few.
Oh
lap
my
dances.
god.
Mm-hmm.
So did they get any lap dances?
Yeah, I think they were both out of money by the end of the night. Because if you think about it, if they're just in 20s, that's 5 lap dances right there. But then there's a stage that they rotate on after every 2 songs. So then you can just throw singles at them, and they're just dancing on stage. Then a lap dance, you go up to the room, a little private room, and they grind on you for a song pretty much for $20. And they actually shorten the songs, I noticed, because some of the songs I listen to, they shorten them up.
Oh fuck! Were you falling for any of the girls there in the club? Were you catching feels?
I wouldn't say that, but there were girls in the club who were like, I want to get a dance from her. So then, right when they come off the stage, I kind of went up to them like, can I get a dance? Because there were a few girls where I was like, all right, I want her, you know.
Yeah. What are you looking for in a stripper to get yourself a private dance? I've never been to a strip club, so I don't know.
Like, what did I want?
What was your type? What were the ones that describe me? The ones that you were like, yeah, I want her to be hanging out with me.
One girl was thick. She was a red bone.
Okay, explain to the audience what a red bone is.
Girl's black and white, and then her skin just has a tone to it where it almost could be a dark red, but that's probably not the actual definition. But
so you're saying was she Indian then, or is that what you're saying?
No.
No,
she was
just tan.
Yeah, she was definitely half black.
Okay.
But she was thick, which is what caught my attention.
So Rory likes a thick girl. For anybody listening.
Well, I like skinny girls too, but her thickness just kind of...
It was catching your eye.
Mm-hmm.
It's perfect. So how do you go about asking him for a dance?
You say, hey, can I get a private dance or a lap dance? Then they take you up there. They usually will wait for the next song to play so you get the full song.
Yeah.
But you can obviously... If they start during the middle of the song, you still have to pay for the
full
half
song.
that's left.
Yeah, wow.
So usually what they did was they started later after the song, but then they just sat there and talked to you until it started.
Mm.
And
what do you talk to a stripper about?
That's what I thought was kind of weird, because then they're like, oh, where are you from? What's your name? They ask you your name first thing, usually.
Damn.
And then, where are you from? And then, I don't know, because you have alcohol in you, because you're at a strip club.
That makes sense. Yeah, it's a bar, yeah. So what, did you give him your real name?
Yeah.
Was she like, oh, Rory, that's a great name?
A few of them were.
They said they hit you with that?
Yeah.
Oh, did you believe them?
Yes and no. Because there will be strippers that, they hang out at the bar if they're not doing anything, or if they're not on stage or giving a lap dance. Usually they hang by the bar.
Mm.
And I remember I walked past one to get a drink to go to the bar.
Yeah.
Or go to the bar to get a drink, excuse me. And she's like, nice ass, Rory, because I already told her my name, because she was the first lap dance I got.
Oh, okay.
And then she smacked my ass as I walked by, and I'm like, huh.
You think she was trying to hang out with you after work?
At first, I kind of thought that, but then she said it to a few other people, so I'm like, maybe you're just trying to I see what you're doing. You're trying to get me to pay you to have a dance, right?
I mean, maybe she was mad that you got all the. You said she was the first dance you got, so maybe
Mhm.
she was pissed seeing you get all those other dances, man.
Very well could be.
That could have been it. Duncan Marshall stole one of my questions I had for you and asks, "Would you ever date a stripper? Could you?"
I think I could.
Yeah.
Because that leads on into what I'm getting to. So after my 200 is gone from just lap dances in the stage and alcohol.
Oof, that's where he took the L.
So
This is gonna, yeah, I feel like this story's gonna take a turn here. This is where it starts.
so after my 200's gone, there's a champagne room, which is the highest up in the building, and it's 300 for 30 minutes, 600 for an hour, unlimited dancing. So you're just up there for a half hour, an hour, and they're dancing on you the whole time, and it's free drinks, unlimited drinks.
Damn.
But here's because I was getting thirsty after the lap dances. I paid for 6 or 7 lap dances, and you have a
Oh
hard
my
on when you're
God.
getting a lap dance.
I mean, I figured that's probably how that works, but
So after you get a hard on 7 times in a row, you're thirsty. All right.
that's how that works. There's the science behind it. 7
So that's
boners.
behind me in the story.
Okay.
So, all of my, I'm like, damn, I want to get banged tonight. The champagne room might happen. So, I'd already taken 200 out that day. Go back to the ATM at Quick Trip in Lake Geneva because they charge 10% for taking out. So if I drew 300,
Oh my God.
it was 330 for the ATM fee.
Yeah, fuck
Or
that.
total with the $30.
Yeah. And you gotta pay. You have to pay cash.
Yeah. Actually, I don't even know. I wonder if I would have said, "Hey, put it on my card." Would have saved me a trip from Quick Trip, but
Yeah. How the fuck did you get to Quick Trip if you were already? Were you?
Yeah.
You figured it out.
Yeah.
You figured it
I
out.
drove. All right.
Oh my! Don't say that. You drove. It was before the. We'll just pretend the $200 of. Yeah, before the champagne.
Yeah.
Room, so it's all good.
And I get 300. So I took out the limit of what I can take out at an ATM. Pay her the 300, get up there. It's just dancing the whole time. Didn't get banged, obviously.
Yeah.
But Jaron and Denver were with me. Hogan had already left at that point. I'm like, so this is gonna be 30 minutes. They were all out of money just sitting down there. I'm like, all right, I got a tab open. Go get whatever drinks you want on my tab, because I'm gonna be up in the champagne room, and I didn't want to see him unhappy while I'm up there having a good time.
What you thought was gonna be bang? Yeah.
And it was still a good time, even though I didn't get banged. But that is why I could probably date a stripper.
Just because they didn't bang someone?
Pretty much.
I think some of them do.
Some of them do.
Most don't. But so what did you do in the champagne room then? What was different than the regular lap dance? Was it just a 30-minute lap dance?
Pretty much, and then free drinks.
What kind of drinks did they have up there? Did you get some champagne?
Actually, no. I didn't even ask. I just wanted my Red Bull and Crown Royal.
That's fair.
And we did some shots, me and the stripper did, and it's pretty good.
I feel like, man, doing a 30-minute lap dance, I feel like I would get pretty sweaty. Did she get sweaty?
No, but
Did you get sweaty?
I would get sweaty. If you think about it, those girls are in pretty good shape.
I believe it. I definitely believe it.
So then that brings 500 right there. 200 from lap dances in the stage, and then 300 for the champagne room.
Yeah.
Spent 130 on drinks, so I spent $630 there.
One night. And we were talking about this off air, and you're laid off right now, so that's a good chunk of change.
Yeah, that's literally 2 weeks of unemployment checks.
Well, it was worth it. Was it worth it?
For the lesson, yeah. Because I kind of learned from it. Yeah, it was worth it, but would I do it again and spend all that money? Fuck no.
Will you be going back to a strip club anytime soon?
Or I don't know how soon, but yeah, I'll be going back.
Would you go back to the Sugar Shack specifically?
Yeah, 100%.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Good day for those strippers. You made them a lot of money that day.
Yeah.
I always wonder how that works. So, like, conversation. Bring me through one of the conversations you had with one of the strippers, because, like, I'm a bartender, right? So, like, I have to like make small talk with people all the time. What kind of small talk do they? So they're asking you where you're from. Like, what other kind of shit do they ask you?
Just said that.
Yeah.
They asked me how many times I've been to a strip club. One of them did. I'm like, this is my first time.
Oh, they were like, hell
And
yeah.
actually, every stripper that I told that it was my first time, they all got the face like, oh my god, like really, like, because you know.
They were taking your V card
Mm-hmm.
for going to the strip club. They were hyped.
I didn't even think of it that way.
Yeah, and that's pretty wild, man. So you did sort of get fucked. Well, and your wallet got fucked. That's for sure.
Yeah, but that was the reason my wallet got fucked is just because of the way I was thinking.
Because you thought you were gonna get fucked. You could have. I think someone was saying it at the house the other day that you could have just spent half as much of that money at a bar buying a girl drinks, and you would have actually gotten the result you wanted.
Yeah.
Sad
to me,
for you.
that
man.
would be weird. Like I spent half of $630 is $315. If I spent $315 on drinks at a bar with a girl, she'd be fucking dead.
She would be dead unless you drank them all. You could have got a nice dinner though. You could have got a nice dinner, took her out on a good date.
That's a night in Chicago downtown.
Oh yeah, and you could have had you a nice lady. And so are you actively seeking female companionship?
No, because what I think, you don't find love, love finds you.
I agree with that 100%. So you said you've only been with one person before this, or before being single, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like, how long were in a relationship were you?
Including on and off when things are shaky, but you're still banging and all that, like 2.5 years or so.
Oh, that's pretty serious.
Yeah.
Were you? So why'd you break up?
Just wasn't working.
Yeah.
Some shit happened, and
What shit happened?
there was some cheating, and basically that's it.
On your part or their part? I don't like this hesitation.
Hers first.
Oh
Then
shit.
I made out with the girl when we were broken up, but when we were broken up, she was still asking me literally just to have sex.
Yeah.
So, are you together then? And then I make out with the girl? I don't think
Interesting
so.
situation. That's kind of weird, man.
Mhm.
That's a tough one right there. I just got an anonymous message, so let's see what we've got here. Would you let a girl finger your asshole?
Yes. During head, yes. Was that Jake? That's fucking Jake.
I don't know. It was,
I told him that yesterday. I'm
Yeah.
like, I would definitely let a girl finger my ass. We had this conversation.
it was an anonymous message,
That's
so I have
fucking
no
Jake.
idea. Hopefully it was Jake.
He said he'd be commenting on this during it.
Oh, good.
So he's at school watching this right now. He said he would.
Good. I hope he is. Jake, what's happening? Duncan says Mamba mentality. So the coronavirus is a big deal right now. What are your thoughts on it, man?
I'm not buying it.
No, it's a hoax.
Literally just this morning, I saw a Snapchat story from a girl, and it said the coronavirus is from bat meat. There's a 2020 quarter with 2 bats on it.
What is that supposed to mean?
I don't know, but it means something.
It's what? It's freaking me. I'm so confused. So there's a quarter that has a bat on it.
On the tail side, yeah. From what I saw on the Snapchat story. So obviously,
Is this someone you know, or was this like on like the Discover page?
I don't know her personally. I literally had her as a friend since last Wednesday on Snapchat.
So, would you go on a cruise right now?
Yeah.
Damn, really?
Yeah.
We got a buddy on a cruise right now. Joey's on a cruise.
I got to get out to Vegas before I start working again because my family's out there, and I spent, not like my immediate family, my grandpa and cousin are out there, but I spent, because I'm laid off in the winters, I spent the winter out there last year until I had to come back to work. So I lived out there with my grandpa.
Damn.
So I got to kind of pay him another visit this winter, which is running down.
Yeah, you're almost out of time there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure Wisconsin will come through and we'll get another snow.
It's going to snow in April.
Oh yeah, I believe
It
it.
did last year.
I believe it. So do you ever go to Vegas with friends?
No, I drove out there last year with my mom and then drove back. I was just with my grandpa and cousin.
What do you do in Vegas? What's a average night out for Rory?
Well, this was last year when I was 20.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot different. Like my cousin, he's 32.
Holy
so
shit.
yeah, we would just smoke weed at his house, and then I'd just still do what I do here, play Xbox, all that, be lazy because I ain't working, so.
Yeah. Might as well relax while you got the time.
Yeah. Literally just doing same exact shit that I was doing here, just out in Vegas where the weather's a little warmer.
That's fair. And so you got some roommates. How many roommates do you live with?
3.
How is living with roommates?
I love it because they're not your parents, but they're still people.
That is true. No, I don't know what you're saying, but that is true that they are still people.
You can't. You have so many more social opportunities. To do something.
I believe that. You guys have always got a full fucking driveway full of cars, so.
Yeah, on the weekends and stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah, every weekend. I was gonna slide through yesterday, but I got caught up with some stuff, so.
Yesterday. What was yesterday? Sunday?
Yeah. You guys were grilling out and.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. What? Okay, so what do you do now that you're laid off? We were talking about this off air a little bit.
So what's my job?
Yeah, or what's just your day to day? What do you do when you wake up?
During working or not working?
Right now while you're laid off.
So I'll wake up, piss.
Okay, essential.
Get some water in me. Play some Xbox.
Perfect start to the day.
Smoke some weed.
There you go, I guess. Gotta do it.
If I'm feeling it, I'll jerk off in the morning because it makes the day better, but...
Get that release.
Not, yeah.
And is that about it?
Yeah. Then I'll usually just hang out with someone.
Yeah.
And
do you wash your hands first?
Before I jerk off?
Like after?
Tim asks if he washes his hands.
Of course.
Do you wash your hands before you hang out with people?
That's what I'm saying, before you hang out with people.
Literally, right after I jerk off, I wash my hands. So it's not like I jerk off, then I do something for 2 hours, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to be with the person. Let me wash my hands now because I jerked off 2 hours ago. I do it right after I jerk off. What? Because, what if I go like that to get my hands? I don't want my fucking cum on,
Have you ever tasted your own cum?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I could have, but I don't think so. I've never intentionally licked my hand just to taste it.
Have you ever gotten a close call?
I'm sure I have. I just can't think of it.
So obviously you were dating that girl for however long. What's the weirdest thing that's ever happened to you in that vein, in a sexual sense, between the two of you guys? Have sex anywhere interesting? Any horror stories? Somebody walking in, busting you guys? I don't like that smile. It's freaking me out.
We banged in a pool, whatever. But someone walking in, the first week we were actually dating, it was official and it's Facebook shit. Her stepdad. So it's the room here, then a bathroom, then another room.
Okay.
He went in through the other room to get something, and then saw us banging after. I think he thought we were just seeing each other after a week. And then we're banging in his house, and he must have thought, that's too quick, and I'm just using her. So then he saw us. I didn't even know he saw us. Her mom knocks on the door, and she calls her. She goes out there. She comes back, and she's like, you got to leave.
Oh.
I'm like, all right.
Damn, and you guys ended up lasting 2.5 years after that.
The stepdad who made me leave, later on, he told me I was a son he never had. Because he doesn't have kids.
Oh, shit.
And I was kind of like, I'm glad I'm not your son.
Oh, fuck.
Nothing against him, but
yeah,
I'm glad I'm my dad's son and not his son.
That's fair. Was he weird? You have any other weird stories with?
He had a temper. He's got some money. He owns a fish tank business and shit. I mean, he's got some good money. He has 2 Ferraris, a Mercedes.
What kind of fish is he doing? The fucking what's?
Dude,
what is that? Yeah. Does he work on tanks or fucking?
Yeah, he has a fucking aquarium. It's 10,000 cubic feet, I think, in his house. It's on TV and shit. If you look.
Wait. Is he the one on
in
fucking
Bristol by Vodge's Garage?
He owns. That's the largest fucking
North
fish
America,
tank.
yeah.
Yeah, I watched the whole documentary on it.
You dated
You dated his Stepdaughter.
They're not married, but yeah, stepdaughter. Let's just say.
So you've been in that house?
A million times.
What the fuck, dude? You gotta get us in there. We gotta film in that shit.
I haven't talked to her since I'm 21. So 2.5 years. I haven't talked to her since.
Yeah, she hit her up right now, live on the podcast. Damn, dude, that's insane. No, I just drove past it yesterday. And I was explaining to Kevin and his girlfriend. I was like, yeah, that house in there, they have the biggest fucking fish tank in the world, or North America, or whatever.
I came in his pool.
Damn. Where is his pool? I don't even see the pool. There's a big lake or pond. He's got an indoor pool. You came in an indoor pool? That's a flex, Rory. You need to rap about that.
If I started writing bars, I could maybe do it. Obviously not now, but later I'll listen to some beats, write it down, send it in to you. I'm gonna get signed by Interscope in the next year.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna be the next Chief Keef.
Just next Chief Keef. So you speaking of
300.
Speaking of rap, man, you got in a car accident.
I wouldn't call it a car accident.
Well, you took a little dive.
Yeah, Jake and I were in the Camaro, and this is a rear-wheel drive 98 Camaro. I'm going 50 down P. We're leaving local, folks. Heading north on P. Big-ass snowdrift on the road. I hit it going 50. Immediately lose all traction. Fishtail this way, this way, this way, this way, this way.
A lot of ways.
Reverse into the ditch.
Oof.
So we're facing the other way, like we're driving in Britain in the ditch.
But you were all right. Both you guys were okay.
Jake was maybe less than 2 feet or a foot from dying because there was a truck coming out, and when we fishtailed this way.
Jesus, that's scary stuff, man.
Yeah.
But I bring it up because you wrote a rap about it, didn't you?
Yeah.
Are you gonna rap it for us?
Should I do it?
I think you should. You gotta put the shades on. You can wear either shade. Are those ones yours?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I like it. Now, Pat, I want Rory to get to say it how he usually says it. So how about you turn his gain down just a little bit? It's mic 2. It's on the focus, right? Jake Raymond says no. He doesn't want it to happen.
Turn them down like an eighth or so.
Okay, that's fine. That should be okay. If it clips, it clips. Here we go, says Reese Rankins. Everybody wants it, Rory.
Good to go?
Yeah, give the people what they want. Let's do it.
Let me spit first. I brought a spitter, actually, because I spit a lot.
Do you spit a lot? You chew tobacco or something?
I used to. Every here and there, I'll grab a tin, but...
Why are you chewing tobacco? It's so bad for you, dude.
It gives a buzz when you need it. If you're in a car ride and you can't smoke it, like you're in someone else's car, because I smoke cigarettes, and you can't smoke.
Why are you smoking cigarettes, man?
They hit well, There's times where they're good.
Jesus, fuck, man. You gotta quit.
Yeah.
Are you working on it? We should work on that.
I wouldn't say I'm working on it, but now that the weather's colder, I'm smoking less.
Smoking less because you don't want to go outside?
Yeah.
Once it gets warm.
I'll be smoking.
Oh, God. Okay. Give us the bars. We want the bars.
I done drove 50 in the snowy white, running off the road. That's that shit I don't like. I couldn't even steer. The snow was packed tight. Sliding in the ditch, I'm gonna have to hitchhike. Nah, bald tires really beat up. Every time I hit the gas, I start fearing the speed bumps. Might as well just lock it up and let the bitch eat dust. Almost killed me and Jake, so now it's time to ease up.
Bars!
Hey.
We need some fucking, where's the fucking air horn?
That was a remix of Jadakiss's part in I Don't Like by Kanye. That's what I made it off of. And that's the voice I tried to mimic was Jadakiss's.
That's pretty fire.
Because he just got that hard, crunchy voice. I love it.
Yeah, so how did you, so that was totally inspired by that situation that happened.
100%.
That's impressive. Do you write a lot of stuff about things that have happened to you?
No. Like, there's been a night, like, the first few weeks I was moved in with Jake.
Yeah.
Me, him, and CJ were just out on the deck, and we're literally just rapping. Jake can actually freestyle and have good flow. Like, it's surprising.
Mm-hmm. Do you have the same flow? Can you get that when you're freestyling?
I can't really freestyle, but if like I take the time and write down and listen to a beat,
Mm.
like it helps a lot being able to go off someone who's already done it. Like I did with Jadakiss. Like I just copied his rhymes
Mm.
and then just made my own.
Yeah. So you should do like parody raps.
That's what I probably could do if I could do it.
That'd be pretty sick, man. You should look into that. I like it. You got a beautiful voice. That's what everybody in the comments is saying. Reese Rankin says it gives him chills.
He thought I sounded like Sage the Gemini because I did.
Sage the Gemini.
I sang Red Nose a little bit, and I'm like, all she trying to do is get naked.
Oh, that's pretty. That's right.
She gon' shake it like a red nose.
We threw a little bit of auto-tune on you. That's spot on right there.
I try to copy rappers' voices. Like I used to do Lil Wayne pretty well, but I haven't been as good as it since I've been practicing Jadakiss because they're two completely different voices.
Yeah. Give me Lil Wayne.
Don't you over bitches smoking collar purple blunt fat is up for Winfrey. I'm the
I can't say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I like it. You can do it. I can see it. So back in high school, did you ever like do any? I don't know. Did you get hyped when those songs would come on, especially Red Nose and shit? Did you ever go to dances and whatnot?
Yeah, like homecoming. I went
Yeah.
to prom junior year, but that was it. But homecoming 4 years, you know.
Did you ever win homecoming king? You strike me as a homecoming king.
No, I didn't win king. I
Damn.
didn't win. I was in the vote.
What
I
school
didn't
did you
win
go to?
Central.
Oh shit, you did go to Central.
Mhm.
That sucks. I'm sorry.
Because I went to Central.
Yeah, that sucks. Damn. Did you play sports?
Football and golf.
Oh, so you did golf.
Mm-hmm.
So were you a young Rory
I mean,
McIlroy?
Kobe's a golf brand. Say it again.
Or are you like Rory McIlroy or whatever the fuck his name is?
I golfed with this 80-year-old guy, 60-year-old, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just found him on the course. He was kind of being slow,
Yeah.
and he's like, "You want to golf together?" Because I made my way up to him. I'm like, "Sure." So, but then later on, I drove and I hit a fat ass drive, like 280 straight, and he's like, "You drive like more Rory McIlroy," and I'm like, "Thank you," but I don't.
Shit.
But thank you.
So do you still golf now at all, or
Yeah.
are you good?
Obviously
Are you
not because of winter, but
yeah, but are
I
you
used
still
to
pretty
be
good?
way better than I was now just because I golf so much more. But yeah, I still love golf. And what's
yeah.
other sport? And there's people who say golf's not a sport, but what other sport can you get drunk and high in and still fucking play and have fun?
Maybe beer pong. That's probably it, but it's not a sport. So golf is definitely more of a sport than that. I think golf's hard as fuck, dude. I golfed a couple of times and it's not.
Best thing that ever happened to golf was Tiger Woods. Seriously, he changed the game.
Why is that?
Because it was all old white men doing it, and then
He came through.
young black stud who comes in, athletic as fuck, wins how many championships or wins how many tournaments,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call it. You know.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Jake says you can play football drunk and high.
You can.
I feel
Probably
like
not
you-
gonna win many football
Yeah, I
games
feel like
that
you
way.
get pretty fucked up doing that, man. You get really fucked up. So, Rory has got a tattoo. A
Should I
new
show
tattoo.
it?
Yeah, you can show it. Why don't you explain the story first, though? Let's
Okay.
build some anticipation here. So, is that your first tattoo, right? This is
Yep.
your only tattoo.
And only tattoo.
First and only tattoo. Now, why don't you take me through? Because I just found this out last week. How you got said tattoo?
So, Friday, which was 3 days ago, a week from then, so 10 days ago,
Okay.
excuse me, we're at the bar. We're at the factory in Kenosha specifically.
Hmm.
Jaron, he's talking to this girl who he works with. He's like, you want to go over to this girl's house in Racine? She's got a roommate, because he was going to get with her, and then he said the roommate, so I could get with her, obviously. We go there. Like 2 minutes before we're there, because our friend was dropping us off. Excuse me. He's like, yeah, her roommate's got a boyfriend.
Oof.
And I was thinking, what the fuck? Why is she saying that now? We're 2 minutes out.
Yeah.
Because
Set you up.
she was telling us to come.
Not the roommate. The girl he was talking to said, "Bring me,"
Mm-hmm.
knowing her roommate has a boyfriend.
Ooh.
So it's like whatever. He's like, but she's a tattoo artist, or she's working on it. So I'm like, oh, I can get a tattoo tonight.
So we get there. The four of us are just chilling in their little living room. It's an apartment in Racine. And the tattoo comes about. I'm like, yeah, I'll get a tattoo.
So did she ask you? How does that come up in conversation?
I don't remember because there was some alcohol in my system. I wasn't drunk, but I wasn't sober.
That's fair. Gotcha. So it comes up, and you decide that yes, it's a great idea
Yeah.
to get a tattoo here and now, after just meeting this woman.
Yeah.
Did she seem trustworthy?
Not really. I had no,
She didn't say.
Here's the thing. I don't trust someone until they've earned it.
Mm.
There was no reason to trust this girl.
Yeah.
I don't know her. I just got to her fucking apartment, and then 20 minutes
So
later.
you were like, yeah, it makes sense to let her put this needle. In
But
my
I wanted
skin.
one because adds character.
That's okay.
And it was free.
That's fair. It's a deal you couldn't pass up.
Exactly.
So how did you choose where and what you were gonna get tattooed?
Well, since it was free, first of all, I want a card, either a King of Hearts or an Ace of Spades, like right here.
Why is that?
I just think it'd look cool.
No reason other
And
than you think it'll look cool.
That's one that I actually want.
Mm-hmm.
No fucking way I was gonna let her do that.
Yeah, you didn't want to let her fuck that up
No,
for free.
like, no experience or anything. Fuck that.
But you just let her give you one anyway.
So I'm like, okay, I'll get something small, and then I won't really see. So I'm like, I'll get a heart on the back of my leg.
Mm.
I wanted lime green first, but the lime green wasn't sticking, so then we did blue. And she literally drew a little heart in Sharpie, then just fucking needled all of it in.
Oh god.
It hurt like a bitch.
And she colored it in too, right?
Yeah. And there's still a little scab right now. Yo, can I show now?
Yeah, show this camera so kind of you can get up on, I mean, you can put it up on the chair. Be careful not to hit that other
Right
camera.
where the mic is.
Yeah, have it show, have
On
your
the other side of the
tattoo
mic.
right where the mic is, like
Where the
like on the other side of that.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I don't know if everyone
You
can see
can
that
see
yet.
it, yeah.
They can see it. So it's,
So
fucking
if I go
hard.
like this, you can see it right here. You see
I
how
can
crooked
see it.
it is?
it is very crooked.
And then if you feel this side right here, this is a little
I don't think I
scab.
will be feeling it, but I
If you want
believe
to,
you.
You can.
I'm okay.
Okay.
I can take your word for it. Yeah, that looks like it was free.
Yeah. Hard to tell.
That's so do you plan on getting any other tattoos other than your card?
Probably. If like when I think about it, I want to be tatted like Lil Wayne, basically, but
Yeah.
not anything above here. Like I would love to have my upper body and my back between here covered.
Really? Damn. With what? You don't even know what you want.
Well, that's the thing.
Just anything? Whoever's gonna give you a free tat gets to decide.
Well, no, because that little heart, that was just kind of a joke, and it's funny and all, but I would actually need a real professional who has good experience to do anything that's going to be very visible. Like, how many people see this when I'm wearing pants?
Nobody.
Yeah.
I watched a YouTube video once on how to give a tattoo. Can I give you a tattoo?
Yeah.
That's fair. I don't have a needle, but I'm sure if we find one at Walmart, I can I can get you set up. Damn, that's scary, man. Yeah, not a new one though. It's got to be one off the ground. That's definitely our rule.
Find it on the sidewalk somewhere.
Damn, that's so. Do you? So you're not a virgin though. We discussed because obviously you lost your virginity not at the strip club, but to your to your girlfriend, and you lost your strip club virginity. So. What was that? What was that? You said you started dating her your junior year of high school?
Sophomore.
Oh, okay, so you
Beginning
lost
of
it.
sophomore.
You lost it a little younger then. So you
I
didn't.
was 16.
Oh, okay, so not too bad.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, what is Rory looking for? I guess you said you're not seeking any female companionship, but what would the right?
Not because for money, but because she loves what she does.
Yeah.
Money, she does because she loves it. She's probably going to be, she's not going to pick just a guy who she doesn't actually like and love, you know.
Yeah. So you're just looking for something real.
Mm-hmm.
What's your biggest dream, Rory? We were talking about this off air a little bit. What is your biggest dream? What's your goal in life?
Billionaire.
Be a billionaire. How are you gonna become a billionaire?
Well, that's where I got to start thinking.
that's it. We've just got
Unless I invent the new HP or Microsoft or fucking Apple. I mean, I don't.
So you work at a gravel pit right now.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Not necessarily just career-wise, life-wise, headspace, emotionally, mentally, physically.
Mentally, emotionally.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years? You take that however you want to take that.
So I'll be 26. Yeah. Huh.
Are you gonna be in Jake's basement?
Who knows? Because 5 years, probably not.
Mm-hmm. Jake says
Would-
my basement.
I don't know. Maybe a condo. I'll be living in a condo because not very high maintenance. Like I don't need a big nice place. I mean, if I had the money, I would.
Yeah.
But other than that, if I need a place to live, let's say I wanted to get out of Jake's house.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, then I'd buy a condo.
Do you want to have kids?
Yes and no.
Why don't you want to have kids?
It's a lot to take on.
Yeah. Do you obviously not right now, but like, so you think it's even a lot to take on as you get older?
Not as much, no.
Mm-hmm.
Because usually as you grow older, usually you make more money and you're in a better position to have kids than you are at 21.
Yeah.
So
what are some reasons you want to have kids?
it'd be fun.
It'd be fun.
Yeah.
I feel like that's very wrong. It's not fun.
Imagine some little me's running around.
All right, that does sound like a good time.
Yeah.
I can't disagree with that. But I feel like also that would be pretty terrifying. Did you get in a lot of trouble as a kid?
Not really, no. I got a drinking ticket. What I was asleep for when the cops came.
Oh no.
I've never gotten. That was the only ticket I've ever had other than a speeding ticket. Was a drinking ticket. Never gotten caught with weed or anything else like that.
Yeah. So but as a kid, you weren't like your parents were never having to yell at you, or were you like a troublemaker? You didn't fuck
No.
anything up. Oh, you were pretty just straight arrow kid.
Yeah. I mean, there was some stupid shit I did, but like Josiah McDermott, you know him?
Yes, I do.
In 4th grade, we're 10 years old. My mom is selling her truck. She has it out at the end of the driveway by the road. We went under her truck and shot at cars passing by with airsoft guns.
Oh god.
This woman's window is cracked this much. I shoot it. It curves in, hits her like in the corner of the eye.
Oh!
She slams on the brakes. Fucking comes back into our driveway, and Joe he immediately, once he saw her hit the brakes, he sprinted back and got my mom, who was in the backyard gardening, and I hid behind this little strawberry patch in our front yard. Then she gets out of the car, I come out behind the strawberry patch, I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, and then she tells my mom, I'm 7 months, she was 7 months pregnant, by the way.
Oh my god, you're trying to kill this woman and her child.
We were just shooting cars. I didn't think this was going to go in her window.
Why are you shooting cars?
I had these 2 little airsoft pistols that, I could shoot you right here, and it wouldn't hurt. It would literally feel less than a mosquito bite. They were so underpowered.
Yeah.
But she still got hit in the eye with, from 2 kids just being fucking kids.
Rightfully
really.
so. You could be a little pissed off. Damn. Have you ever hurt anybody doing something really stupid like that on accident? Not knowing.
Not anything bad, no.
That's good. I've gotten lucky too. Where we one time at Tim's house we took this giant. There was this dead tree on the side of the road, huge fucking log, probably almost a foot fucking wide,
Okay.
and it's right on that corner, Lakeshore Drive, right? And we took this fucking log and we put it out in the middle of the fucking road. For no reason. I don't know why. We were so little, but it was just
was it rotted or was it still full?
It was pretty full still.
So
it
it
was
had
not.
some weight on it.
Oh
too.
yeah, it would have fucked. And so, dude, we're waiting there, and it's usually a pretty busy road, and people always come flying through that corner, and we're in his house watching from the window, and we're just waiting, and someone comes flying down and just slams on the brakes and stopped right before it, and I was like. And I'm so thankful he did, because if dude would have died, or got fucked up, I would have felt so bad, obviously. But at the time, we were just stupid little kids, so we did it, and he fucking got out of his car and moved it out, so no one got hurt. But it was just really stupid. Do girls just want to have fun, Roar? Is that talk about Wild Childs?
Talk about wild. Okay. Well, the whole thing about girls wanting to have fun. There's a song by Cyndi Lauper called "Girls Just Want to Have Fun."
I think I've heard it. Yeah.
Fantastic song. I love it.
So where are you going with that?
Well, girls do just want to have fun. Whether, and you can think of it whatever way, but like when you think of fun, I'm sure we're probably thinking what we're all thinking. Like they want to be a little slut or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like even a married woman who's loyal to her husband, a girl still just wants to have fun and have a good time. They don't want nothing negative. They don't want anyone being angry. Like they still want to have a good time and be happy.
Mm-hmm. That's fair.
Yeah.
So no matter what, girls, don't you just want to have fun? Don't all guys just want to have fun?
Yeah, but sometimes guys want to fight and then show off how big their dick is. And
Isn't that fun?
To a certain extent. I mean, if you ever got your jaw busted, it ain't
Probably
fun.
not. No, I
You
haven't.
ever gotten your nose broken? It ain't fun.
No, it is a big target, but I haven't gotten mine broken yet. Let's see.
Your nose looks fine in proportion to your face.
So you just got a big head then, is what you're saying?
No, you don't.
No, I'm just kidding. What's your take on gun control?
Oh, it's a
The
fucking
people want to
joke.
know. I wouldn't just ask that out of nowhere, but the people want to know.
It's a fucking joke.
Hmm?
First of all, you're never going to control guns. People will always be able to get guns, whether the black market or you go into Gander Mountain and buy them.
Hmm.
It don't matter. Whether you want to regulate it and make tax money off of it, or if you want to make it illegal and make a black market out of it, people are still going to get guns.
That's your whole take on it?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, I'm going to compare it. Weed's legal in Wisconsin. I smoked this morning.
Weed is legal?
Weed is illegal in
I was gonna say,
Wisconsin,
I'm
and I
pretty
smoked
sure.
this morning. If it's illegal, how'd I smoke weed? Because I got it. If someone wants a gun bad enough, they're going to get it. If someone wants anything bad enough, they're going to get it.
There's a will, there's a way.
Exactly.
Yep,
If I want
that's
black tar heroin right now, I probably.
it's true. I guess
Go to the corner kitchen and
that's a
find
good
some.
point. I would say
Probably not go get it.
but what about do you think that people should be selling automatic weapons?
I don't see why not.
What do you need an automatic weapon for?
Fun.
Zombies.
Because as far as I'm concerned, I don't know the exact numbers, but
Mm.
last year, many more people died of car crashes than guns. So
That's
why are we
true.
not saying, hey, these fucking cars are killing people? But they're not. They're meant to transport you, right? What is a gun supposed to do? Protect you and eliminate the enemy. So if guns are meant for killing, why are cars killing more people than guns are? And that's their specific use.
That's because of user error
Exactly.
in both cases.
And not every person with a gun, I'm sure.
But they are working on that. They got self-driving cars coming very soon, so we're gonna take that shit out of here.
With the gun too, because the gun isn't physically like, oh, I bought this.
Well, and the gun was
I'm gonna go
created.
shoot you.
The gun and car. I mean, most inventions that have pushed society forward in any way were created to kill people.
Yeah.
Like the microwave, we didn't come up with that shit because we wanted to heat things up. We were trying to figure out how to fucking kill people. Same thing with phones.
Radiation. I don't like the microwave.
With phones, the same thing that they didn't get cell phone. They didn't even create cell phones because we wanted cell phones. They created cell phones because they needed a way to fucking tell people how to kill other people during war. And it's the same shit with
like with Castro, they
Yeah,
try to get
well,
the
it's-
phone up to him and detonate the bomb.
And it's not necessarily. I can't remember the exact time frame, but I also know too with our interstate highways, only created in case of a national emergency where we were going to need all-out warfare. We needed to transport military goods from one side of the U.S. to the other. That's why they created our interstates. So it's everything. Every major invention I shouldn't say every, but a lot of them are made out of this need to flex your nuts and be able to kill people. So I don't think, and my take is that I don't think anybody needs an assault rifle. I don't think anybody should be able to tell you, Rory, that you can't have a gun. I think if you want a gun, you should be able to have a gun.
100%. And me, I
But-
love guns.
But if you want to, but here's my thing: if you want an assault rifle, I think you should have an assault rifle too. But I don't think you need it at your house. I think it should be at a gun range and you own it or you rent it or whatever, and it's yours. You can bedazzle it, do whatever the fuck you want with it, and it's yours whenever you're there. No one else can touch it, but it stays there. Because if you want to have fun and shoot it, do that. I know some people like to do that, and those people scare me, but I get why, I guess, and that's fine. But they don't need to be having that at home to fucking. Yeah, he's got to. They don't need to have it at home where they could just a kid could get a handle on it and fucking go slaughter all his classmates because he's runs a slow mile in gym class. So I don't think that that's appropriate. So are you okay?
Thank God.
No, in all reality, I love guns and they're great. And they've done amazing things.
Mhm.
I really don't think you actually need a gun to be safe in our society.
No one had a gun.
I think if nobody had a it's true. If
You
nobody
should
had a
have
gun.
used swords, dude. Try to kill someone with a
Go back
fucking
to medieval
sword.
age.
If I ever wanted to show someone a lesson, I would feel like a pussy for using the gun. I want to use my fists.
I feel that.
I'm not gonna do it with a gun with much more power. I'm gonna dominate you with my power.
Well, and see that too. Think about that though. That alone, right? If you want to teach someone a lesson,
Yeah.
if that's violent, right? If
Yeah.
you have a gun, if other people have a gun, you know you can always resort to that.
Yeah.
And that's where the problem is. If you don't have those guns, then nobody can resort to that. Nobody gets in a bar fight and pulls their fucking gun out. You
Yeah.
know, it's just man to man, and whether that's kind of pointless also. But
You know where the
yeah,
it's a good. You know where the problem is?
what's that?
Once the first gun was invented, everyone then needed a gun. If
True.
no one has a gun here, there's no problem. If one person has a gun here, that's a problem.
It's the same thing with
If one person has a gun, then we all need guns.
it's the same thing with nuclear warfare. That's why when we found out people were making an atomic bomb, we needed to make an atomic bomb first. That's the same thing. Just like when we heard people were going to space, we needed to get to space first because it's just out of fear.
Yeah.
Fear drives a lot of shit.
You know Neil deGrasse Tyson?
Yeah, I do.
I didn't watch the video, but I saw the title, and
Mhm.
it said
That's dangerous.
getting
That's
getting,
a dangerous way to get news.
the U.S. didn't want satellites actually for space. They wanted it so basically they could airstrike anyone, which is now what's happened or what happened in the Middle East. They airstrike the fuck out of them.
Yeah, well, it's GPS. Anything that you can. If I can see anywhere, I have the coordinates to anything, then I can launch a missile
Yeah.
remotely to that exact spot.
Everything
I
where
could-
everything is at all times.
They could see Rory in his car lighten up and just send a fucking
Mm-hmm.
little missile to come get him.
You know what? Fuck this kid. We're gonna light him up for real.
They should. I won't have to pay my phone bill anymore.
Same.
So why are there still knife murders in the UK? Guns are completely outlawed there. This is true, Zeke. There's still we were saying before. Cars kill way more people than guns do, but it is just the fact that if you want the AR-15 or you want the automatic rifle, just keep it at. If you just want it to shoot, then just shoot it at the. What is it? Still have a murder problem, no matter the weapon. That's absolutely true, and that's what Rory was just saying. Is that once a weapon is created, everybody else needs to get that weapon.
Yeah, because then it's an uneven playing field.
Exactly, and it's dangerous, and it's fear.
Like how you just said knives. Let's say you're all having a knife fight, then someone brings a gun.
Now everybody needs a gun,
Yeah.
and we just shouldn't
Uneven
fight.
playing field. That's the thing. We shouldn't fight. Fights are so fucking stupid.
You know what we need?
What's that?
An alien invasion. Alien invasion would cause everybody to work together, because they will fuck us up if we didn't.
Oh, 100%.
They probably fuck us up either way. Yeah. yeah. Do you believe in aliens?
Yeah.
Why do you believe in aliens?
Just identified.
A pyramid in Antarctica? Is that what you're talking about?
I wasn't talking about that, but we identified that it was true that we didn't know that no one in the entire the FBI or whatever the Area 51 people said that there was this spacecraft from the 1980s that flew by California, and they said that they actually released it, that they didn't know what it was, and they were freaking out about it and had plans to have missiles aimed at it, take it down. But we
Very
never found
interesting.
it. It vanished.
Very
What
interesting.
about that whistleblower in 2001?
Oh
he
shit!
hacked all of NSA, NASA, everything. Area 51. He hacked everything. He was going through all of their files, just
Yeah.
trying to find secret information in there, hiding alien technology and stuff. He was saying. Some crazy-
Damn, I didn't know that. That's
Well,
crazy.
the first iPhone
didn't know that.
existed 10 to 15 years before they released it to the public.
Well, that's probably true because of testing and whatnot. Zeke I don't know you off the top of my head. I'm trying to think of who that is off the top of my head. But I'm excited. I'm liking the comments, man. I like keeping us engaged. Let's see. Even playing the field against your government. So he's saying that the Second Amendment wasn't meant for keeping a gun for hunting or sport. It's to protect ourselves from a tyrannical government, even playing field against our government turning on us.
He's absolutely right.
Now, that is absolutely true, but let me give you, Rory, and everybody at Jake's house, all the guns that you want.
Okay.
What are you guys going to do if the government shows up at your house? The United States militia.
I mean, they could just nuke us all out.
Well, before we...
I totally agree that we definitely shouldn't, like, obviously, if the government were going to be doing that. But, you know, if you also believe in your country, then I don't think you should think they're going to do that to you. But it's a touchy subject for sure. People get very passionate about it, both sides, which is fun.
Yeah. If you look at history, any country of people that has been disarmed, they have been murdered. You look at Germany.
What about Australia?
Australia?
They don't have guns in Australia. What are you guys doing? What the
I'm
fuck
talking
is
about
going
like
on?
Stalin and Pol Pot and Hitler. They didn't allow guns, and
Friends
Stalin murdered 19 million of his own people.
Friends with Jake. Well, thanks Zeke for coming by. I enjoy the back and forth. I like it. Brianna Thompson says, "Who's Rory?" And I'm late to the party. Rory, why don't you give her 3 words to explain who you are, real quick? She'll have to watch the episode back.
All right, 3 words.
3 words.
Thanks for sharing.
I don't know what I would have gotten from that if I didn't have any other context.
She
but I like
had to comment and say she was
That's
late.
fair. That's fair.
What the fuck does that have to do with us?
It's true. Well, thanks for coming in, anyways, Brianna.
Thanks for watching.
Ping ping bow.
You know,
supposed to say was I love you.
It would take a long time to
see.
kill a room full of. Best breakfast place around? ?
Bristol 45 Diner.
Why is that?
They have just the best food all around, and their shakes. They have so many. I'm a shake person too.
So you get a shake in the morning?
Yes.
Can't do ice cream in the morning.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. It's like hurt. I think I'm lactose intolerant because I eat too much ice cream. I think.
Okay.
So like I eat it at night anyways, and just go to sleep and wake up with a terrible stomach. But
You ever tried dairy-free ice cream? Ben & Jerry's makes it.
no, that sounds really not fun.
It's very good.
That sounds
actually.
like having sex with a condom on.
That's true, but it's actually very good, and it's a lot lighter on your system. Like, you don't feel it as much in your stomach. It's very good, but it's expensive, but it's good.
That's fair. You don't eat meat, right?
No.
We were talking. Yeah, we were talking. I found this out last week also.
Actually,
yeah.
I had a few. Yesterday, I had a bite of Jake's steak, and then on Saturday, I had a bite of a burger and a steak.
And so you're not against people eating meat. You just
No, not
don't.
at all.
You just can't eat it.
When I can't eat it if I want, like I did yesterday.
Yeah.
But once I stopped eating it, I felt way better. Just had more energy, and I dropped it like a bad habit. Like if you knew me before I stopped eating meat, I ate a fuck ton of meat.
Yeah.
But once I dropped it and started eating more fruits and veggies, and that's also a big thing right there, is I made my diet better instead of just eliminating bad stuff.
Yeah.
I just felt way more energized and so much better physically, mentally, emotionally.
I kind of want to start leaning away from it, but I have to eat a lot of chicken right now because I'm trying to gain weight, so
Okay.
it makes it hard. But there are a lot of alternatives. I just haven't
There's-
delved into it yet.
There's
enough.
vegan bodybuilders and vegetarian bodybuilders and shit.
Yeah.
It's if you eat meat, it's a much bigger challenge to do that.
Yeah. Very true. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you cut that out, it's definitely got to be a lot harder. Let's see. Zeke disagrees with you. Says Mannys is the best in Twin Lakes.
Well, you go ahead and think that, Zeke. For
What-
fuck's sake. Go to Bristol 45, man. Mannys, the only reason Mannys gets attention, and I like Mannys, I don't dislike it, but they just got big portions, but the
They
taste...
overpriced now too.
What do you say?
No, they lowered their prices again.
Oh, no.
I think
Well, I wonder why. I wonder why they had to lower their price, huh?
oh shit.
Yeah.
Rory's
It's a
out here
business
thinking-
move. He didn't lower
thinking-
his prices big. I want to make less money. Fuck that. You know why he lowered his price, goddammit.
Economic move.
It's because the quality isn't as good, so you got to lower the price. Because
Oh.
would you pay?
I
guess
don't remember
that's
his
a
price
bad-
off the bat. I love Mannys though.
Would you
I love
pay-
both places.
Would you pay $100,000 for a Ford Focus?
No, that'd be really dumb.
Would you pay $100,000 for a Ferrari with gold covered on it?
No, because I wouldn't buy a Ferrari.
Okay.
But I get the analogy that you're
Yeah.
going for.
Yeah.
So what's up with don't even start bringing up mucus? What
Let's
is
not
that?
get into that.
What's
Let's
that
not
mean?
get into that.
What's that mean?
No.
What does
Too-
that mean?
Too many argument. Jake definitely said that, but too many arguments
did.
this weekend about it.
He did. So what's mucus then? I'm confused. Are we talking about
Mucus.
mucus like
All
the
right.
shit that people like when you're congested and
Yeah. Well, we shouldn't get into it, but
Let's
well,
do it.
actually, you're not gonna argue me on it.
I mean, maybe I will if you're really wrong. I don't know what I would have to.
So-
What's there to argue about mucus?
Oh, you wouldn't believe.
You wouldn't believe, man.
Make me believe.
Holy fuck.
Make me believe.
Oh.
How'd that glass refill?
Oh, I poured me a new one.
Jack's all out. So mucus. It's how your body gets rid of trash.
Okay. Is that the truth?
Pretty much. If I could put it the most basic, fundamental way, it's how your body gets shit that's not supposed to be in your system out of your system.
So it puts it to your holes, right? Your nose. You ever have a loogie? Puts it to your mouth hole.
So
you can
where's
get it
the
out.
argument here? Where was the beef?
So
Their argument is I don't eat meat because of health, right? Because
Mhm.
once I stopped eating it, I felt way better and shit. That was because my body wasn't producing all that mucus to break down all the meat. And meat is very dense, right?
Your body wasn't producing enough mucus. To
No.
break down.
Once I stopped eating meat, my
Mhm.
body didn't have to produce all the mucus to break down a steak or a burger. Because
Mucus breaks down meat.
mucus is basically the transportation from the bad stuff in your body to get it out. If I had to put it in the simplest way. So, and the whole thing is, because I smoke cigarettes,
It's like
and they're,
Yeah, they're saying cigs versus meat. Yeah, that is weird.
And-
yeah.
when you think about a cigarette, it's a gram of tobacco, right?
Mhm.
A gram.
Okay.
A gram of tobacco produces far less mucus than a fucking 8-ounce steak. 8 ounces versus 1 gram.
I didn't know that either of these produced immediate mucus.
No.
Dude,
Cigarettes
all
produce
got bad
mucus.
stuff in it.
Cigarettes produce mucus on your mouth, throat, lungs, anywhere where the smoke reaches. And, yeah.
Interesting. So you say that. So they were arguing with you, trying to get you to eat meat, or just saying that your logic doesn't make any sense.
Probably the logic doesn't make sense.
Mm.
And that's alright because they haven't done the research and I have.
So you would. So
But here's the thing.
who do you think's healthier then? People who eat meat and don't smoke, or people that smoke but don't eat meat?
Well, it depends because if you smoke a carton of cigarettes a day versus eating just a small steak like this, that's different. I don't smoke a carton of cigarettes a day though. I've been at like 3 cigarettes a day for the past 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah,
So,
that's good.
It's all
That's not good. You
it's
should
all
stop.
it's all about what you put in your body and how much of it you put.
Moderation.
Exactly, moderation. And if you smoke cigarettes in moderation, you'll be fine. But if you smoke,
But couldn't you just not risk anything by not smoking them?
absolutely, you could.
Maybe that. I think that's what they were trying to get out of you. Did you not give them that?
No.
That's probably why you guys.
Oh,
were
we
having a
all
big
had
argument.
alcohol in our system,
Oh,
so
okay.
it was.
So it's
I
good.
actually don't even remember all of the argument. I just remember arguing with them.
What's the biggest argument you've gotten into with your housemates?
My housemates.
What was it about?
I could say this whole argument because it just happened on Friday night, but that was way more people than just the housemates.
Yeah.
I can't actually think of. It's something stupid. It's not anything about this meat or anything. It's
Yeah.
literally something
Just
stupid,
kind of
but
dumb argument.
I can't think
You
of
guys
it
ever
right now.
fight about like who like cleaning up, taking out the trash, doing dishes?
I
Who
wouldn't-
someone eats someone else's food?
I wouldn't say fight about it. It just someone ate someone's food or someone didn't take out the trash when they were like asked to, but really no one's been asked to. Either I've taken the trash out or Jake has taken the trash out, and
Yeah,
CJ's taken the trash out.
it's good. You guys got a good ecosystem in there, except for when you're fighting about mucus.
Pretty much.
Well, Rory, it's been awesome having you on, man. You got any questions for us or for myself? Before
That was an hour.
That's an hour, yeah.
Holy fuck, that went fast.
Flies by when
That
we're
went
hanging out.
fast.
Yeah, it's good stuff. You got anything for me before I plug our patrons? Which I don't even think he has the slide up for that. I gotta add that.
Oh, I can try.
If I had to say anything to you, it's 2 days before the day after tomorrow.
2 days till
Before the day after tomorrow.
It is.
It's 2 days before the day after tomorrow.
That is a true statement. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that other than accept that that's true.
Yeah, and Bill Belichick also has 6 Super Bowls.
These are facts. I like it. Well, thank you guys for watching. Thank you again, Rory, for being on. It was
Thanks for having
a
me.
pleasure, man. It was
This
a
was
fun
fun.
time. Yeah, we gotta do it again. We're gonna get your whole house on here eventually. After I get each person on individually, 'cause you guys are all interesting characters. Thank you guys for watching another episode of Detox. We'll be back again next week with I might have a very special guest next week, but I can't disclose anything yet. But thank you guys for hanging out. Our patrons, I don't think it's on there, but you guys know who you are. You make the channel what it is. If you guys want to become a patron, just go to patreon.com/DarrenRita. Thanks for some new people coming to check us out. I don't know everybody because I'm sure some people didn't comment, but Zeke, man, thanks for sliding through. You should definitely subscribe if you had a good time. Other than that, guys, I will see you guys next week.